Good evening. Welcome to Converged News. I am your host, Emily DeMarea. Northwest Missourian journalists combine talents with KNWT crew members to produce Converged News. Each week at this time, we will cover issues that matter on campus and in our community. And now for our top story. Former Bearcat quarterback and current wide receivers coach Joel Osborne faces a tough road ahead with his diagnosis of testicular cancer. Osborne was diagnosed with cancer last November and is currently undergoing an 84-day chemotherapy treatment. Sports editor Tony Botts is with us to talk about Joel's diagnosis. Good evening, Tony.
Evening, Emily.
Tony, can you please describe to us the treatment regimens for Coach Osborne?
His 84-day treatment regimen consists of 4 cycles lasting 21 days each. For the first 5 days of each cycle, he goes on chemotherapy 5 to 6 hours at a cancer treatment center.
And during those 5 to 6 days, what does he do?
Well, usually during his time at the cancer treatment center, with such a large amount of time to kill during the day, he and his wife, Audrey, usually take board games, books, puzzles, watch TV, watch movies, and just try and kill time and try to take their mind off of what they're going through right now.
Okay. Has Coach Churchma said anything about the recent diagnosis?
Coach Churchma is very, very supportive. He loves every single one of his players, and he'll admit that with Joel being his quarterback, he's grown very close and very fond of Joel. Their relationship goes back to even before Joel was in high school. Churchma is just, he knows Joel is going to get through this. He said he's a very strong person, and he's the epitome of preparation, so he knows that Joel's going to stick it out through this and take advantage of his opportunity and his treatment.
And how is Joel taking advantage of his treatment right now along with his coaching responsibilities?
Well, obviously Joel's very dedicated to football. He's proved that, for the last couple of years, going down to Alabama with the team and working hard at getting there. But Joel also knows he needs to get healthy. And so usually whenever he's done with his treatment, that's his priority. But once he's done and finished up with that, he comes back to campus and he'll settle down in the offices, go through his meetings with players, and then head out to practice. As far as practice goes, he'll be down on the field with players for about half the practice. And for the remainder of practice, he usually goes up in the box and puts on the headset.
And has Joel confronted this issue with the football players, giving them any advice?
Joel's main point is be honest. Don't be ashamed. If you find something, talk to a doctor. Talk to somebody. Let somebody know. Catch it early. And Joel's very fortunate that they caught it early before it spread, and became destructive. But, he said, like he said, don't be ashamed. And if you find yourself in this situation, live life to the fullest. Each day, don't take the shortcuts. Put forth your best effort.
All right. Well, thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
The Nottoway County Humane Society held their annual showcase on September 11th. Missourian videographer Robbie Votaw has more.
The Nottoway Humane Society is working hard to find animals new homes. The Humane Society is teaming up with Walgreens to give the public a chance to take a new pet home. Doug Sutton is the president for the Humane Society and gives insight on their cause.
Well, today we're working with Walgreens, and what we're trying to do is have a promotion for the animals at the shelter, just to make them more exposed to the public, so the public's aware of all the animals in the shelter that need adopted. So actually Walgreens is going to let us come down here about once a month on Saturdays while the weather's good, and we'll bring some animals down, some dogs, some cats, and let the public see the animals, and hopefully we'll get some adopted.
Adopting a pet is a simple task.
Just go to the shelter, pick out the animal you like. There's usually, of course, a fee of like $70 for cats, $85 for dogs. Right now we got a promotion going for cats for $45 this month, so just fill out the paperwork, and the animal's yours.
To learn more about the Nottoway Humane Society, you can call 660-562-3333 or visit nottowayhumanesociety.org. For the Northwest Missourian, this is Robbie Votaw.
Thank you, Robbie. Converged News will be back with more after these messages. Passionate. That is the word Hy-Vee employee Fred Mayers used to describe his feeling toward the customers whose days he has brightened. It is that passion that led Mayers to be named one of Hy-Vee's legendary customer service award winners. Although this award is only given out once a year to 9 employees out of the approximately 56,000 nationwide, Mayers does not see it as simply a personal victory. News editor Trey Williams interviewed Mayers about his recent accomplishment. Trey joins us in the studio tonight to tell us about the interview. Good evening, Trey.
Good evening, Emily.
What was your first impression on Mayer? What kind of person did he come out to be?
Very open, very friendly. The guy loves to talk to anyone and everyone about anything and everything. Like, the guy told me personal secrets. I mean, we talked about my future. We talked about his past. It was a really good time. He's a really cool, great guy.
How did he get to be nominated for this award?
Well, it's a long process. A lot of the customers, they send in emails to the Maryville Hy-Vee, saying what a great job he does, making them feel at home, how friendly he is as a greeter. Then the Hy-Vee store manager, he looks at all those along with, what some of the other employees might say, and he sends in the nomination to the nation branch, and it's a process of all of the Hy-Vee stores across the nation picking and choosing, and he was lucky enough to be named one.
Now, throughout all of those emails and nominations, did Mayer show or share with you any of them personally? Did he tell you how many he received?
No, I'm not even sure that he knew, because when he was talking about the day that they presented him the award, he was saying how much of a surprise it was. That he had no idea that about the process. He had no idea what was going on. That he was nominated even. He was just sitting down eating lunch one day. Everybody gathered around. They gave him the award. There was balloons, cake, and he said he started crying because he was so surprised and just overtaken by emotion.
What memories does Mayers have with the customers at Hy-Vee?
Oh man, there were so many memories that he told me. There was one of this 106-year-old woman who passed away. He actually sang at her funeral. He talked about how she used to always come in, and she actually wrote a couple of poems about him. That was one of his memories. He has memories singing to the customers. Actually, in the Hy-Vee, he used to take his electric piano in and sit down and play the piano and sing to the customers as they walked in. He's dressed up as a Bearcat football player, a Bearcat cheerleader. There's just so many memories that he'll take with him and have with him forever. So
he's very involved with not only the customers, but his community as well.
Oh, definitely, definitely. He said that was one of the things that he thinks makes him so good at his job. Not just being involved, at Hy-Vee and greeting the customers as they walk in and talking to them, but also going out into the community and, talking with, elementary school students. Even he's come to Northwest and talked to some of the professors' classes here. So yeah, he's very involved. He's done the MC at Relay for Life for years. So yeah, he's very involved in the community as well.
Well, that truly is a great award to receive. There
Yes,
was a helpful smile in his eye, huh?
Yes, there is.
All right, thank you, Trey. The 13th annual Nottoway County Relay for Life was held September 11th at Beale Park. The relay has special meaning to Kathy Roach, whose father and daughter both died of lung cancer. A cancer survivor herself, Roach said she now views life in a different light. Every birthday and every new year is an accomplishment. 335 participants, including Northwest Sigma Society and 38 Missouri Academy students, raised $68,000 at this year's relay. That's it for Converged News. I'm your host, Emily DeMarea. We'll see you next week.